I I would suspect what you sense when you're at satsang isn't about gathering knowledge. It's an inherent condition. Yeah. So you get to sense it a little more than in most activities during the day because there's an association with it. Satsang. Not a reminder like a cue word or a mantra. It's more of a sense, yeah, a sense of like going back where you never left. Yeah, that's enjoyable, doesn't it? It doesn't matter if you understand what's being said or not, or has nothing to do with what we think it has a lot to do with. It's great. It's like taking. It's almost like taking a bath, so to speak. Yeah, you just sit in it for a while. You get up. You haven't done anything, but you feel refreshed. Yeah, not bad. So for the friend of Dave B, how are you? Yeah. Your hair is on fire, or it's just an incredible color, one or the other. So, wow.
This is Mandy, Paul. She's been here a lot. We just listen on different
Oh,
devices.
all right. So then you get the direction of it all, yeah? To the futility of trying to know what you already are, or trying to use what you are to know what you are, and all of these other gymnastics that occur from a lack of recognition of the obvious futility of using light to seek light. Yeah, using big M mind to seek mind, using Buddha to seek the Buddha. Now, a way of light, radical mind, Buddhism would sound pretty good if you weren't hearing it from the Buddha, the mind, and the light. If you were hearing it from Paul, Buddhism would sound good. The way of light would sound good. Radical mind would sound good. I want some of that. But in fact, we're mind, Buddha, light. That's the fundamental. Uh, See, you could see it as a bump and step over it, or you could stop. One or the other. Yeah. If you see it as a bump and step over it, sooner or later you're gonna stop. But if you just stop uh, and let shit catch up to you, really, yeah. Like I had a precursor to non-duality, which was recovery, getting struck sober, and a lot of facts in my life caught up with me. Yeah, I was in a large. I wasn't, but uh, what was going on was in denying a lot of facts and trying to replace them with other facts. Yeah. So finally, something struck me sober, really. And the first fact that became clear was don't want to use a word that captures the feeling better, but let's say I'm screwed. And then the other was a managerial quality, really. Those two things suddenly, which were facts all along, became facts. You see, this is what happens in dreaming. In dreaming, the facts really don't. Are you there? In the dreaming, the facts don't matter. Yeah, things are gonna appear to you being either false or true. Yeah. So we play a huge role here in dreaming because facts don't matter, but it is a fact. Now, when it becomes a fact for you, that's the traveling lighter here. Yeah. What fuels that is the fact, but what ignites it is coming to that fact. Yeah. Coming to that conclusion or being brought to that conclusion. Now, I believe enough people here have done enough, which means the requirement is nothing. So whatever you've done has been enough to see the futility of using yourself to find yourself, obviously. Yeah, hopefully. If not, satsang will bring you there an easier, softer way. Some people had to have some rude awakenings. So the rude awakenings, it doesn't matter. In a way, the ends justify the means. Whatever seems to trigger the thing is great. Yeah. And now you're awake to being awake. Yeah. Where maybe you were asleep to being awake. Now the fact is awakeness, but how it's going to translate as a huge effect here isn't just because it's a fact, but that it's a fact to us. Yeah. In other words, we have arrived there, and we're convinced. And then at that point, you are now in the dreaming, seemingly awake. So in the dreaming, it's appearing you're awake. The fact is, we're all awake, but in the dreaming, you can appear to yourself as not awake, or you can appear to yourself as awake. Yeah, it's not appear to yourself, just you appear that way. Yeah. Now, for me, this is the dualistic expression of the undifferentiated. So there's a broad thing of traveling heavy and traveling light. Yeah. I would say what stabilizes the traveling light, it doesn't mean everything gets great, but you go over whatever comes up in a much lighter manner. Yeah. So let's say there's a traveling light, and that the root of that basis is being awake to certain facts. The traveling heavy is being asleep to certain facts. The facts are the same. It doesn't matter that you're a lion. It doesn't. Yeah. It matters that you're not a sheep. That's the important thing. Yeah. Because you're a lion already. Yeah. But what happens now is there's been an established idea that we're a sheep that in time supersedes the lion. Now, in the world of fact, the lion is never superseded by the sheep, but in time, the sheep can be presupposed before the lion. Yeah. Or as the lion, really. Now, does that change the fact that you're a lion? No. But how you're going to live is as if you're a sheep. Yeah. Let's say that would be the heaviness. Yeah. So which one seems to make more sense? Should I keep trying to study more about being a lion, or recognizing I'm not a sheep? Yeah. A lot of us have done the former. We studied about being a lion. We practiced to be a lion. We made a vow to be a lion. We worked a lot to become a lion. And you find yourself here. So it's worked. The failing of the system is its success. Yeah. So now you're here with a recognition that you're not going to get it. It's not on an experiential level. I'm not going to have it. And one good thing is I'm not going to lose it. So now those facts appear to be facts to you. Yeah. For something to appear to be a fact, it doesn't have to be a fact. Yeah. So false evidence can appear to be a fact to us, and then we'll go off like a chicken without a head. Now, what would happen if true evidence would appear to be a fact? Man, that's got some major mojo. That's got some power. Yeah. Oops, you ran into the fact. You don't have to make it anything in a way. And therefore, the fact I have gotten, in a way, so much explanation without looking for it from the Imitation of Duality. Just explained everything. It explained everything in so many ways. And something that had never found peace was put to rest. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And man, I couldn't be more in the day if I could be. Not because I become an expert of how to get into the moment. I am completely convinced I can't be out of a moment. Completely convinced. I just don't see it. Yeah. So now facts are appearing to be true. Instead of false evidence appearing to be true, facts are appearing to be true. That's got a lot of juice. Yeah. 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 So the thing that hit me when I was going to satsangs, and then I felt certain things and I didn't feel like they were being emphasized. And then I found them stated in Ramana's stuff and Nisargadatta. There's a statement of Nisargadatta talking about, I'm not talking to your head, I'm talking to the consciousness. Yeah, sort of same. I seem to have gone there and found that out. Yeah. So I had this seed assignment I'm sharing, and it was us. I hit a point where that was that. Yeah. It was so clear that if you don't see this activity of being the sheep, you're going to be looking from it. And from when you're looking from it, you may start looking for the lion, quote unquote, as the lion. Yeah. All the while taking yourself to be a sheep. I don't see how things can go any other way unless it's seen before the sheep takes over. See? Or seeing it from what you are, because the sheep isn't going to get there. The sheep's whole agenda is it's not a sheep. That sheep programming is to reinforce the sheep programming. That's what it does. Yeah. If there's a revelation, it's a lion, it calls it a peak sheep experience. With this understanding, you won't be surprised when you see it. You'll see it as a mechanical act. And then you'll get to a real strong rub, which is sense of choice of volition. Because a lot of things, why we don't want to see it is because we think we have an inordinate amount to do with it. Yeah. Who wants to be the obstruction of all truth? So nothing is the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. Show up and see what happens. Yeah. Maybe like in the course, it would say these cryptic things, there's a solution to the problem that there was no need for correction. Yeah. So basically, the problem is rooted in imagination in a sense. Yeah. It's being imagined or it's appearing to be true. So a real solution wouldn't work because it would imply there's a real problem. So there is no need for a solution because inherently there's no problem. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yet there's a problem, you need a solution. But when you entertain the solution, it tells you there is no problem. So there's no need for the solution. It's like the thorn story. The thorn's bothering your foot pretty badly. You look around on the ground, you find another thorn, you pull out the first thorn that's causing the pain. You don't replace it with the second thorn. You throw both away, yes? Yeah. So you see the misunderstandings. They don't need to be replaced with another understanding. Yeah. you could just go free fall. You could just go free range. Yeah. Yeah. See how it goes. So, all right. If anyone has anything they'd like to share or ask or whatever, I'll do my humble best. Yeah, Mike.
Yep. No
Yeah.
hands. Hey, John Luna. John has his hand up.
Hey, what's up,
John?
Mike? What's up, Paul? How you doing?
Good.
Good, good. I just want to say, you're coming to the East Coast, so I'm excited about that. And I
Yes.
just, I wasn't sure on the thing. I just wanted to ask real quick. Uh, we can't attend Dover.
Yeah. Friday is at this rehab center, and it's going to be for the residents only that night.
Okay, okay, I got you. All right.
The
It said
first time.
client.
Now, I thought like I usually do, I could override that, but I got a message from them making it clear they want it to go that way. So, yeah. So
Okay,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday will all be open.
cool. All right. Because it said
What
clients.
you be doing, Sonny?
I said, what makes I said maybe if I've been going to Paul's meetings. Am I a client? I didn't know. A client is Zen bitch slap.
No, it's not a. We probably should have used what Michael used: resident, not client. It's a
Yeah.
resident, yeah. So people
Anyway,
who are involved in the rehab.
great. Other than that,
I'm
man,
probably
I
going
just
to share my. I'm going to do the story, and you know, yeah, do it that way.
okay. So you'll be in Massachusetts and Pennsylvania on another one day at each place. One day in Pennsylvania, one day in
Yes,
Massachusetts.
Monday in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Tuesday in Great Barrington, and both will probably get early. So if you have my phone number, we're going to be around before the meeting and after the meeting, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I
So
don't have
we'll
your
be
number, but
driving.
maybe Mike will give us. Okay.
We'll be
Uh,
driving to the meetings earlier in the day and hanging out. Yeah.
all right. So what should I do? I'll email you maybe and get that
Yeah.
information from
Just
you.
email me, and then I'll give you my phone number. I'll give you my phone number, and then just stay in touch with me.
All right, great. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it, man. And I love the message, and I love having the horse before the cart. So I just let you know. I just listen and pass it on. But it always the key. I don't know for me, man, is the inherent intelligence picks up what you're saying, and it's kind of overrides the mind. So that's what's really that's definitely it's good, man. It doesn't. My mind can't fix the problem, so it just can.
Yeah.
It can express from that place. It can be used as a tool, but it can't be used as a tool to solve a problem. That it's just misidentification. But yeah, the way you explain it, man, it always is great. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys when you come. Thanks.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you, John. Hey, listen, also, you see, the head, the mental process, tries to use the mind, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The only way it can. It sees everything sort of in as a tool, so to speak, yeah?
Yeah.
And it has a way of using it. This is the recognition. Uh, those are not your devices. And the mind can be quite different than how the mental state holds it. Yes.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know
Yeah.
what?
So when you lose interest or faith in, let's say, intellect, all these qualities that have value, but sometimes the intellect sees things in an intellectual way. Yeah. Another
Mhm.
aspect of the head sees things in that way, when the fact this is no way. Yeah. And so
Right.
when those ways of knowing and understanding and grokking are seen to be not useful concerning what you are, there's a yeah, something shifts, and there's faith in something, I think, far beyond how the mental state sees mind. Yeah.
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 You know, I
So in a
talked to.
way,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul. Yeah.
no, a lot of ways, it's almost like you get dumbed down in some respects, because uh, you've seen the limitations of these tools. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Uh,
I talked to a few people, and sometimes when it's coming through me real clear, it comes through me in a lot of the ways that your way is so direct, is from here to here, and I have a discussion with some people that are interested in these things, and it'll come up, and it's like almost the feeling is they don't want the search to end. Like it's so, in a way, like this is this it's so simple. You're already starting from the finish line, and I noticed that I'm been that same person too. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, but I've noticed that, so it's a certain part of a person. I don't know if it's always conscious or not, that they're not ready to hear that. They still want the drawn out sort of process.
yeah. Well,
You know,
because an identity forms.
right,
It's another suit in the closet, and there's a sense of security in wearing it. Yeah.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
they,
You're fond of it. The mental state's fond of it. And
right,
uh yeah. So it doesn't there's the mental state has an investment in it. So when we have that old story of the pooper scooper to try to point that out, where the pooper scooper guy thinks he has the answer to picking up shit. Yeah. And then and then he becomes a big circuit speaker and writes books and has autographed pooper scoopers selling and shit, going around the world. He's an expert, whatever, asked to speak at things. And so basically, the head has crystallized around an identity. And so when he hears the message, just find the dog, he's a little bit, there's a resistance to that, or almost seeing as antagonistic or a threat to his solution. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's just it's not natural. It's just a pattern of how the head uh, seeks an identity in things. Anything that it believes is the doer of or the thinker of, it will gradually or quickly put on that suit. Yeah.
right.
And yeah, so if you see it, then it can go in the walk-in closet and look around at suits, and it doesn't mean that much anymore. It doesn't. When it's
Right,
you thinking it's you've got to stop that. No, you're
right,
not that. What you got to do is see it, and that's not even the case. But it's not about dropping it or stopping it. It's seeing, because just an awareness of what's going on will reshuffle shit. You don't have to think, the ace goes here, the king no, you'll observe where the king and the ace is put. Yes. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even for me too, but like I see it now more. Like I could see it in other, people still grappling with this, and a lot of it is this sense of like, oh, I'm not. You can hear it in the story I'm not worthy enough, I'm not ready enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not loving enough, all these different things. And I just want to say, no, 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 no. Like that's nothing, that's really nothing to do with it. I mean, that it's like
Yes.
I mean, those things happen, I think, but they happen because of the one thing, which is the knowledge of your, like you were saying, just it's always it, but we don't know where it, like, so once you get more convinced, yeah, you'll naturally become more loving. Like you always say, like, oh, it's not Paul. Paul wouldn't be here every night. And I can see that in myself. Like, yeah, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be, I would be preoccupied with myself, or whatever the case may be. But I wouldn't get
Oh
there by
yeah.
trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like that's the switch. Like I used to be caught up in, no, I gotta do this first and then it'll happen. But no, it's no first and
Again, you
then
see, so what occurs is the faith in all your little devices that you call yours and I call mine, there's a loss of faith in it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
great. It's
yeah.
it's fantastic. And then it's put to a use where it can excel, like, remembering where the keys are, or getting the right nut for the right bolt, and then feeling, proud to do that. Yeah, that's when it's the captain of the SS Enterprise. Things are going to go awry. It's just not. That's beyond its pay scale. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. I mean, that's
um,
the whole point of non-duality. It has nothing, you know, however you want to see it. The way I feel it's presented is, like you said, you're at the finish line already, being ourselves reality. So it takes, obviously, it sucks a lot of air out of one of the big balloons of searching, and
yeah.
and then you get left, and you see the emperor with no clothes. Yeah, you do, and you see a lot of the clothes the emperor wears, and yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
and it's
you
not about I've got to keep the emperor naked. It has nothing to do with that. It's the seeing of it all, awareness. Uh, the sense of awareness is it's like the scent or the smell of awareness. Yeah, so you have a sense of awareness when there's awareness. Yeah. And sometimes it's easier to sense awareness when there's a clear ringing bell, like the note and the tone just reverberates, because it's clear. Like in Zen, you're seeing blue as blue and red as red. You're seeing the horse is before the cart. And yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
these meetings is a clear ringing bell. And you used to say to me, like, I said I can't stop reading books, and I just started naturally stop reading I was obsessive, and when I stopped, it was because I didn't feel there was something that wasn't aching for something, but then the thoughts would come, oh,
Yes.
this can't last. I got to start reading books. It's gonna. I need to keep refreshing my understanding. I gotta, and it was just I saw it as a pattern of trying to bring me back, trying to bring back that illusion that it's something to be found and lost. You know what I mean? So
It's addictive in
yeah,
nature.
yeah,
It's addictive in nature. So I'd have people get in touch with me and they watch 15 hours straight of satsangs. The family was asking them to come to breakfast and they had the door locked and they were just fucking insane trying to get something, and these are like the exaggerated events of the emperor with no clothes. It's really hanging out, and hopefully, so it'll be easier to see if you have the ears to hear. Yeah, but
yeah.
more and more stuff gets revealed, and and it hits a certain point where there's no need anymore for revelation about what you're not. You just there's a new establishment, and yeah, its usefulness has run its course, and now you're just completely in the day.
Right.
Without constantly saying and thinking, I'm completely in the day.
Right. That's like the letting go. You're not trying to check.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
checking.
So,
You're not like, oh, well,
like, when Ramana would, what I read, when he would go off on who am I and from whence we come, and he would say, that's not a practice. It's not something formal. You can't do it like a discipline. And it's meant to sort of make something obvious that you've never left where you thought you wanted to get to. So there would be a who am I, and that negation of that false distance and time, and then brought back to where you've always been. And at that point, you'd stop asking, yeah, and you just enjoy. And then if the head got up and started going fast and you felt you got on that train, you just ask, who's on that train? And then you'd jump off the train and you're still at the same station that you thought you left. And after a while, brought immediately, taking absolutely no time to get back to the station you thought you left, it becomes obvious you never left the station. Yes?
yeah.
All those train rides they're made up. You never leave the station, ever. So, yeah. So then you can enjoy the train ride because you don't leave the station enjoying the train ride. So all these things of, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. It's, those things, they break on their own. Yeah. There's no breaking them. They just break on their own. They're brittle and they're old and they're fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just, the mind opens up and then it reaches out in a different way, not through intellect, not through rationalization, not through anything. It has a different sense. Yeah. And then it brings into great light the mental logic that we rely on, but we don't, there's a reliance on. And it just brings up a verdict that it's insane, completely insane. Yeah.
Right.
It makes sense when you're in it, but when you see it, it's insane. It's premised on an idea that Huang Po sufficiently decapitated in one sentence. Whatever can be perceived cannot be perceiving. Yet the narration in the head is the perceived Paul, this object, is what's perceiving. Now, yeah.
Yeah. That makes everything stick.
Weird way, maybe because of years and years of disillusionment, I have more faith in Huang Po's take than I do on the head's take. I swear, I'd put my money on Huang Po every day. So what is he saying? I mean, just to make it super clear, maybe I'm wrong, but the perceived would be this object, yes?
Right.
When I'm looking into the Zoom, there's a visual perception of objects that are called Jim and Amelia and Paul, yes? That's in the realm of perceived, yes?
Right.
And then there's perceiving. So obviously, what's perceiving cannot be perceived. So what's perceiving is not in the realm of perceived. It's not an object. You can't objectify it. Yes?
Yep.
Beautiful. Very, very. Now, just hold that for a second and then go for about 2 minute snippet of the head. The head's whole narrative is based on the exact opposite premise. It says the perceiving is verifying that the perceived is what's perceiving. Yeah, it's wild, eh?
Yeah.
So the mental state uses the perceiving to verify that the perceived is what's perceiving.
It's like a parasite.
Yeah. So you see that. Okay, what happens? I don't know. Find out. Yeah. Yeah. I would say in this case, so the game of Monopoly was seen, but there was a loss of interest in the Eiffel Tower, the boot, the this, the that. I just didn't. Yeah. So yes, thanks, John. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah,
Yeah, email me. I'll send you my phone number, and yeah,
yeah, definitely. Thanks, Paul. Good
there
talking.
you have it. Yeah.
Great to hear you, John. And oh, their hand went down. Any other hands
Great.
want to go up?
Can you guys hear the chimes?
Yeah.
Some yes, some no.
They're quiet right now, but sometimes they're quite.
Wind isn't that strong today.
They're beautiful both ways, even when it's barely heard.
I'm so happy to hear from John Luna. That was nice. You know, Mike,
Yeah.
you know those doors that when they open they close automatically.
You mean store doors?
And store doors at the house, they have a little thing on the bottom, and it pulls the door back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of like the mental state. Yeah. The door opens, but the habit is always to close, to pull back. Yeah. The first reaction, what doesn't react is what we are, but the first reaction from the mental state is is closing the door. Yes. So the hearing, how do you close the door? There's hearing. Then the emphasis switches to the hearer. That's closing the door. Yeah. It's feeling like just now with the chimes and there's some water running here. So you're hearing water running, chimes playing. Yeah. And then the mental state's last move is to say, I'm hearing the chimes. Yeah. So now the hearer shows up, and that's sort of like that door that's open has the habit of closing. Yeah. And especially if you think you opened it, then it has a strong habit of closing. Yeah. When you see that this is a gateless gate, yeah, There's no need for a door to open or to close. That it's always, always available at all times. Yeah. So let's say the hearing can capture every note. The hearer, it becomes unbearable to the hearer after 5 or 6 notes. Yes? It's got to frame it. It's got to neuter it and replace it with the noun. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing has to be done. Just see it. See it. Yeah? Because that which extends, extends. When the head thinks the door is closed, it ain't. Yes? It's like something's like wild and open, and then the head reacts with it's almost like putting up a fence, yeah? But usually but is the beginning of like a wall. P-U-T, a big wall, yeah? You know? And a lot of us stop there because we think it's us that did it. It's not us, yeah? It's the head.
Yeah, it would be like trying to watch a video only by rewinding and analyzing everything that you thought you had to catch up with instead of just letting it play.
Yes, yes. Because it's, see, again, how best to hide timelessness? Chop up time. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, John R. has his hand up.
John R.
Hey Paul, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Okay. So is this what you call the silent witness? You know, there's that term floating around out there.
I would say just silence. I don't like the idea of witness. It sounds like there's someone that's a witness or something. Yeah. So maybe witnessing silence. Yeah. I just don't like, I like to add the ing to things. Yeah. Just works better.
So how's that work? Like, I don't know where this is coming from. Like the Sufis say it's the perfume. So does that then become perfuming?
Yes, yeah, the smelling. Well, there has to be a smelling of a perfume, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of the perfume and then the one who smells it, there's perfume and smelling. Yes. Nice, eh? So let's say there's witnessing. What I'd silent witness, just witnessing, but there's no witnesser. Yeah. Because it sounds like when I used to hear them say witness, it sounded like there's a person or something that's witnessing, as if it could do anything else. It's witnessing and then it's whittling later and then it's doing some carpentry, you know. No, that's why I like to verbize the language when we're speaking. That's why I don't like the word dream. I like dreaming. Yeah. Because there could be tons of dreaming without a dream. Yeah. So, yeah, just something that got emphasized over the years of sharing. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just come in with that trying to wake people up, but who's trying to wake them up? And they're already awake.
Yeah.
They just don't know it. So there's no problem there.
No, there isn't. Yet
life goes
whatever
on
goes
anyway.
on, on. Yeah.
Life goes on anyway. Well, I don't know. Yeah, is that some geometric plan that we're all in, or what?
I don't know. I don't believe there's a we that's in anything really, but yeah, it could be geometric planning playing out. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have no interest. Yeah, the idea of waking people up is uh, makes no sense to me. Yeah,
It doesn't work anyway.
well, and it was. I'm happy it made no sense to me. I can learn the easier, softer way. Yeah.
I never have anything to say.
The idea of don't you have that feeling when a silent witness? It sounds like something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's given it a personality. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So you'd like to sort of uh, that's like we can see it almost as a noun. Yeah. So the head likes to make it a noun, but the verbing is really the quality. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess just seeing it from the verbing takes that nounness away, and the very word silent takes the personality away, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah. It takes, but the thing is, recognizing uh, the old mistakes uh, in a seat assignment, like I'm here, you want to be as clear as you can at the time. Yeah, yeah, because
The
I know how
subtleties of
I
the
know
errors,
how
though.
my head used what?
The subtleties of those actions, let's say, where they start, how do they kick in?
Well, yes, and the point is, see, if the horses get out of the barn, and then it's so then it becomes a story of the silent witness, and or the radically cleared observer. It's still framed as a noun. Yeah, that's the identification, and the point. It's just like when you say non-action. It doesn't mean no action. It means an action without the sense of an identified actor. Yeah, that's non-action. Is action without an actor. How hard is that if that's the fact? If the fact is there's actions without an actor, it's not like a come to Jesus moment. It's when it becomes obvious, it's so fucking obvious that that's how it is. It's not like, oh, it just switched in 2022 when I saw it. No, there's never been an actor doing all the doing. Yes? Hallelujah. There's no witness witnessing everything. Yeah. There's everything witnessing. Yeah. It's just on and on. So, yeah. As a communication thing, language has some value. You have, you want to attempt to describe the indescribable, or more importantly, describe the describable to the best that you can so that it triggers something in a listener or the listening. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of things will withstand, the old way of seeing things will withstand satsang quite easily. Yeah. Look at what it's done. Non-duality for a lot of people is seen as a path. Yeah. They believe there was a day they entered the path. They believe there's, they're going to get it. They're going to get something. And then they're going to have to go through the constant frustration that it doesn't seem stabilized and all like this. But I don't see it that way. I see non-duality as a fact that, if heard, brings into stark contrast the misunderstandings that our life seems to be based on. And then suddenly the ground that we rely on is replaced by something reliable. Tell you the truth. Yeah. Not by adding, but by negating. Yeah. Negating the assumed fact. Yeah. And not replacing with anything, because the fact is the fact. Yeah. You don't have to go get it and replace the assumed fact. The assumed fact is like a little membrane over the fact. And the only thing that keeps bringing us to the membrane is an extreme interest and attention. When you lose interest in you, then you can see through the membrane, and there's the fact. The membrane does not have to be scraped off or burnt off. It's perfectly okay. Yeah, it is. There's no requirement necessary. And there isn't, by hearing God saying new subtle requirements become the new requirements. No, there's no subtle requirement. This isn't, all right, we've gone over the crude requirements. Now we've got to get a sharper machete to cut through the more subtle requirements. That goes on and on and on. Don't you see?
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I'm here at this Wednesday in Northern California. My whole life was going somewhere, trying to go somewhere, trying to get somewhere else than where I thought. That is dead. Yeah, I'm here, and I did not arrive here through Herculean effort. I arrived here by recognizing the absurdity of what I was believing, or what the head was believing. Yeah, this whole idea of you're out of the moment and you've got to do shit to get into the moment. That's insane. Yet it sold tons of books. Yeah. I remember we have a little skit about it, You get the first book, How to Get Into the Moment, and then you read it quickly and you practice some of the exercises, and you can't wait for the next edition, How to Really Get Into the Moment. And then it's the third edition, How to Really, Really Get Into the Moment. It'll just go on and on and on and on and on. I'm in the moment at the 9th degree of being in the moment. Don't you see? If you allow an inch, there'll be miles and miles and miles. They'll be added on every step of the way. When you think you arrived, a whole new piece of highway will be formed. Yes? And you'll just be moving, like an addictive cow to an imagined trough. This puts an end to it before it begins. Being ourselves reality. Everything is looking exactly the way it is right now, being ourselves reality. Can you imagine that? Can you wrap your head around that? No, it's impossible. It's incomprehensible that this and being ourselves reality is coinciding. How could it be? But it seems to be, eh? Are you going to try to understand the ununderstandable, or just freaking let go of those devices of knowing and figuring out and getting it? You're not going to. It's a deterrence in a way. Its one value is it's going to fail, which is great. So you don't have to stop. You're going to arrive at the same place. The futility of trying to get something you can't get. Yeah, hallelujah. Nothing fails here. That's the beauty, don't you see? I thought I had years of living that had no value. I pondered over it. 8 days on cocaine. I pondered on every fucking move I had made. I saw no value in it at all. I was a parasite, a leech. I'd take anything I could. Yeah. And then I entered into recovery, and that which I called having no value was put to great use. Yeah. What did that show me? That I looked through a very, very myopic little window. Yeah. That's what it showed me. Can you imagine how refreshing to be proven completely wrong? To see that if you gave me a chance, I would have thrown it away. Yet it became super valuable. Is that just a strange phenomena? I see it as a principle, tell you the truth. I do. What can a failed system show you? It's failed. That's incredible. I mean, and if you're convinced of that, there's a moving on. There's no you moving on. There's a moving on from that topic. I swear. Yeah. These tributaries that you feel like you have to cross and build a bridge over, they dry up. These mental tributaries, they dry up, and the attention interest goes back to the source. Goes back to right here, right now. And it doesn't detour into the mental fucking what's not happening. It doesn't. It goes directly and parks right here. Yeah. And that one thing that you were looking for, you now look from. Yeah. And it puts to rest a lot of shit that wasn't being put to rest. Yeah. I find it as the last answer, tell you the truth. It brought it about absolutely no need for any other answer concerning this topic. That's a pretty damn good answer. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks.
Thanks, John. And I appreciate the witness questions, because for me that was like this assumption that I would be, tied to a chair and like you could just witness hell. You would have no choice. And then and then the Course in Miracles kind of took a different tact with saying that you're the deciding aspect of the mind. And so like seeing how neither one of them worked was part of the opportunity to see how nothing worked that way. Because for a lot of people, the witness thing doesn't work. It's like, what the fuck? You're just gonna watch something? It didn't work at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then there's watching everything appearing as something. Yeah. That's quite different.
And there was no other hands up. And James has already left.
Oh, it did? Oh, it's after 8. Is it after 8 already?
Not quite.
Oh, it's 8:01.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it is. It is just. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, you want to end it tonight? It never ends, does it? No.
Unless anybody else wants to raise their hand, I see none. Nope.
Hey, Mike, I got a question. Are you coming to the East Coast?
I'm actually in New York, and we'll see him in Great Barrington, but we're moving, so I won't be able to go down to New Jersey, Pennsylvania. So sorry, I'll miss you.
You're not in San Francisco anymore?
No, I'm left in March.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, I'm moving to New York. To Massachusetts, and I'm in New York right now.
All right. I hope it's working out for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great. I'm on the Hudson River, and it's just beautiful here.
Oh, Hudson River's great, man. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So you're going to be at one of the meetings, you said?
In Great Barrington, Massachusetts.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I'll probably see you there then.
Great,
Oh, and
John.
by the way, and you'll be in both Saturday and Sunday, the 25th and 26th, are available in Dover, right?
Yeah, they're all available except for Friday.
Except for Friday, right?
To be clear, yes. I assumed they were going to allow Friday, but I got a letter, like I said, an email. So, yeah. All right, Mike. Thank you so much. Hey, thank everyone who comes here and who sets this up. Yeah, because I enter this meeting just like everyone else. Someone sets up the room and everything. So, thank you, Mike, and everyone else. Yes. We got Janine, Freedom. Nice to see Janine. Janine, I'll see you Saturday. Yeah, great. We've got Linda. I don't see you, Linda, but Stewart, there he is. An Ozian. Kathleen, yeah, there she is. Nice to see you, Kathleen. Anu, as always, fantastic. Yeah, I feel very appreciative of everyone tonight. Yeah. We got Craig May. Nice to see you, Craig. Yep. David and his lovely cohort. There she is. I'm sorry I don't remember names well, but and then the big dog. Yeah, there he goes. PK. PK. I can feel you closer, brother. I'm on my way there. You got to come over
Awesome.
to Silver or something. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try to definitely get to one. It's awesome, man. I was hoping for Long Island, but hey, everywhere we go is Long Island.
We just relied on what we used to do. We didn't really look at
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. So
Awesome. Thank you, man. It's great to
yeah,
hear you.
we're not leaving yet anyway. It'll be the 23rd, I think we go. And there'll be the talk on Saturday and Wednesday. Yeah, everything will happen except for the Thursday, the 23rd. I won't have a recovery thing. All right, so we got Walter. Nice to see Walter as always. We got Lucas. Pleasure. Alex. I'll be seeing Alex soon. That'll be nice. Very nice. Bill Churchman. He's on the dance card too. I'll be seeing him and Kathleen. Stefan, on having that left. One day I'll see Stefan. I've seen him already, but Rami. There he is. There she is. Nice to see you, Rami. Yeah. Your plan seems sound to me. Yeah? Yeah. Where else? I lost her. Angie. Always a pleasure, Angie. Yes. I've had a nice communication this week at the other talks. Kerry, as always. Yes, my little Hawaiian brother. John W. Always a pleasure, John. I'll be seeing him hopefully in September in Italy. Aj, there he is. I haven't seen you in a while. It's always a pleasure.
Great talk, Paul. Fantastic.
Well, thank you, bro. It was probably because you were here. I had
It was great to see you again.
I had to be on top of the game, so to speak. Yeah.
That's fun.
There's John Luna. Who else is here? We've got Chris G in front of the door. We got Mia. She looks like she's in one of those dream sequences underwater. Sort of weird, yes. My distant aunt is appearing. It's a ghost. Wow, trippy. Alan, thank you for all the support, Alan. And just thank you for coming. Michelle, I see her moving around. I see.
Thank you. I don't ever tire of listening to this message, so thank you.
Oh, great. Well, then Well, that's a very nice. Thank you, honey. Yeah. Anish, there he is. Yeah, I'll be running into Anish one day, sooner or later. Yes. Susanna W. I've had the pleasure of running into Susanna already this life. Very nice. Mia, we got, the love of my life, Amelia. There she is. She seems to have assumed my name, Paul Hedderman, but it's the best Paul has looked in a long, long, long time. So nice to see you. Anyone else? If I missed you, I apologize. I'm gonna finish. That's it. We'll see each other tomorrow for recovery, and then Saturday live. And also, some of the people here have met Z before, who passed away. A great friend of Zen Bitch Slap. There's going to be a memorial for him on Saturday, and we'll just bring all our spirit to it. Yeah, 3 to 6. His sons and his family, and yeah, he was a very big Nisargadatta fan for his life, and we miss having him for coffee, and Amelia loved to make desserts for him and stuff. So here's the Z. Here's the Z, yes. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you.
Thank you. Good night.